All right, hello, this is Micah here at Yubalance. We're gonna do our YuFit class, and I've got Mecca by my side helping me to demo all the movements. And we're gonna get right into it. So this workout focuses on the upper body and the core, and if you don't have any of the equipment today, we're gonna work through some modifications with you. Ideally, you have some dumbbells and a resistant band, but again, if not, no problem. All right, let's get started. We have a reverse lunge with a stretch. I'm gonna add a kick up at the front and then alternate to that second side. Reverse lunge, stretching to the side over your front leg and a kick up in the front. All right. So we want to make sure to make a nice big step to the back. Find your balance here. Feel free to alternate sides. And that big kick up in the front helps us to open up the hamstrings, the back of the legs. Very good. Yes. Let's get one or two more in each side. So get that other side in, no problem. Yeah, if you stayed on one side, don't worry about it. Just make sure you get a few in each side there. Finding your balance through your core. Last one. Good. From here, let's switch into our second movement. We have a squat to chest stretch. Hands out to the front, palms facing up. We're going to drop down into that squat. Weight is in your heels. As you come up, squeeze your glutes, reach your arms back behind you. Working with your breath. Great work, Mecca. Nice and low on that squat. So really opening up through the chest, making sure the core stays active as we come up, so the lower back is nice and long. Great move to warm up through that chest, especially if you sit a lot. And also warming up through the legs. Let's go for one or two more here. And reach, let's go, last one. All right, from here we're gonna come into the back of the mat for some walkouts. Nice big reach up, hinging from the hip, light bend through the knees, all the way down and forward, tapping the shoulders, and then back up, hands towards your toes, reach up at the top. That's it. Yeah, if the shoulder tap is too much in that warm-up set, don't worry about it. Come into your plank, hold it, and then walk it back up. Yeah, you can always bend your knees here. Mecca is quite flexible. So if you can keep your legs extended, always an option. Big reach at the top. And right from the beginning, make sure you're breathing fully. You're coming into a good rhythm here, working in your own pace. Last one. Very good. And we're going to start back at the top. Step where you have a little more space. Nice big reach to the side. So this movement helps us to open up the hip flexors here. Same, you want to keep the belly button drawn in, core nice and strong so the lower back is protected. Very good. That's it. Yes, and a few more each side. Yep. Switch. Let's come back into our squat, palms facing up. And big reach here, keeping the belly button drawn in. So for all the squats today, weight is in your heels. Keeping the knees over your feet. So we don't want to see the knees pushing forward over the toes here. So really sit it back. Keep the chest up. Nice big stretch. And the last one. You got it. And then switch into the walkouts with shoulder taps in the back of the mat. And again, you can always take it in your own pace. So no rush. Very nice. Let's go for one more round. Big reach up, hinging from the hip. Good. No problem. 3. And relax. Good, let's start into that first set. If you want to add weights, come onto your mat. I'll have you place your feet over here, lay on your back, all the way down. You can grab your weights. You can be on your mat, actually, with your feet over there. Arms all the way up over your shoulders, so you can do this with your knees bent. We're going to reach one arm overhead, opposite leg extends, all the way back into center and the second side. Keep your belly button drawn in, lower back in the mat. Yes. Depending on the weights you're working with, you can add them into the movement. If that feels like quite a lot in your shoulder joint here, place your weights down and go into body weight movements. Tucking the belly button in, lower back down into the ground. Very nice. Good. Awesome. Let's go for 2 more each side. Another modification is also keeping the arms a little more bent here through the elbow. And last one. Good. You can bring yourself all the way back up into standing for our next movement. We're going to come into one squat in the center, weights alongside your body. We're going to step it open into a wider stance for a bicep curl. Back into center, narrow squat, and open it up wider to the side. Find your stance here. Big step to the side. Always turn both toes with you. One squat more narrow, open up. Keep going here. If you want to level up from this movement, you can also pulse it twice and then open up. Stay low with your hips, pulse. Turning from your heels here. So you keep the hips low throughout the whole set. Both are great options, working the legs. If you don't have any weights, this movement is still going to work your lower body here, and you can add the bicep curl even just with your arms and fists. Good. Just a few more. Mecca's doing a great job keeping the chest lifted, rocking the weight back into her heels. Yes, let's do 1 more each side. Focusing on the breathing. Nice. We have 1 more movement in this set. We're going to come into a plank position for a Renegade Row. So you can bring your weights to the top of the mat. Set yourself up here. The hands can be on the weights or flat on the mat. We're going to row on the right, row on the left. Great modification here is bringing the knees down, keeping the core nice and strong. Yes. Squeezing the shoulder blades back for every row. Great work. Awesome. So again, you can come onto your knees or bring the hands flat onto the ground. All modifications that work well. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Come back onto your mat, lay on your back. We have our arm overhead extension and leg lift. Nice. Working with your breath here. And same thing, you can do this movement without any weights. You'll still get a great core workout, lots of stabilization. Check if your lower back is still on the mat, tucking the belly button in and really pushing the lower back into the ground. Make sure there's no air pocket. Yes. 10 more seconds here. Very good. Mecca is very controlled in her movement. Slowly down and controlled up. Last 3, 2, 1, and switch. We're back in our squat. And again, you can do 1 squat in the narrow position. Open up wide with a bicep curl, always coming through the center. Second side, or you can add the pulses in the middle. Very good. Working on those guns. Nice big step to the side. Yes. Working in your own pace here. You can always step up the pace or you can slow it down. Working nice and controlled for all of those movements, safety first. So make sure your form is on point and then you can start working with higher weights or a higher pace. We're going to go for 10 more seconds. Back into center. Yes. I'm going to finish up that right side and switch. Renegade Rows back into your plank position. So you really want to imagine you tuck the belly button in and up to lengthen the lower back. Press your toes into the ground and then rowing the elbows straight up towards the ceiling on an exhale. Good. Halfway there. Great pace. Good. See if you can keep up with Mecca. Great job on the breathing. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this 1 more time. Back into our core exercise, laying on your back. Arms right above your shoulders here. Knees can be extended or bent. Checking in with the lower back, tucking the belly button in. And if you feel this in your shoulders or neck, go lighter in your weights or keep your arm a little more bent from the elbow to take the strain out of your shoulder. Very good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. All the way back up for our squat variation. Lifting the chest, weight is in the heels, pressing the hips back, and then opening up into the wider stance. So wider squat position works the inner thighs a little bit more. So we're hitting a few different muscle groups in our legs in this squat set. Nice. Very good. Keeping the chest lifted. Let's go for 10 more seconds. Try to keep the same pace up here. And the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have our Renegade Rows left out of the plank position. Setting yourself up. If you feel your core getting a little tired, you can always bring the knees down. Third set, squeezing the shoulder blades in together and really lifting out of the shoulders. Lightly engaging through the glute. Last time here. Keep up the good work, everyone. Last 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. Nice job. All right, we're going to clear the mat from all the weights. We have a core set, 2 movements, starting with the seated position, hands behind your back. The closer the hands are to your hips, the harder it's going to be for the core to stabilize. The further you walk them back underneath your shoulders, the more support you're going to have. Start by rolling your shoulder blades back, lift your chest, legs come up. You're going to recline back with a long spine, reaching the legs out. Exhale, tuck it in. Working in your own pace here. That's it. So you're bending your elbows to recline back, and you can use your hands to press back up. The core will still have a lot of work to do. Yeah, very good. Halfway there, 15 seconds. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. Very good. Let's go for a few more. Going strong, everyone. Tuck that belly button in. 3, 2, 1, and switch. We're in a plank position, hands underneath your shoulders. Step those feet back, and we're going to bring the right leg out to the right elbow, extend it back out, and diagonal to the left elbow. Extend it back out and switch. Left up to the left, up and across. Yes. That's it. Tucking the belly button in, trying to keep the shoulders very nice and stable over your hands, over your wrist. Yes, so the leg is working, the core is working, the rest of the body is stabilizing to stay in position. Very good, Mecca. Yes. Stay strong. Couple more breath and couple more reps. Good. It's a lot of stabilization through the core here. You can move in your own pace. And if this is a little too much, you can always tap your foot down in between, reset in your plank, or just hold a plank position on your elbows or on your hands. Last 3, 2, 1, and switch. Let's come back into our recline position, hands behind the back, legs out long. And for this position too, a great variation or modification is to not extend the legs all the way, but to go to the point where you feel your core engaging, and then bring it back in. Pressing your hands into the ground, really feeling that support, and keep your chest lifted, rolling the shoulder blades down and away from the ears. Last 3, 2, 1, and switch. Back into our plank position, pressing into your hands. And to protect your wrist, it helps to press the hand flat down onto the mat, especially the knuckle of your pointer finger, to close that air pocket underneath your hands, lifting out of your shoulders. Very good. Super controlled, nice pace. Try to make it through the last 10 seconds. Keep it up, everyone. Working on that strong core. 3, 2, 1. Let's go for the last round here. Flip around, hands behind your back. Very good. Extend and tuck it in. Very good, Mecca. Just a few more. Nice. We're going to push through this set and then switch it up right after. Last few reps here. Lifting the chest, tuck the belly button in. 3, 2, and switch. Last time in the plank position, and remember, if you feel it in your lower back, in your shoulders, hold a plank. Stay strong. You can even drop your knees down for the plank position if you just hold it strong. So always work with what your fitness level allows you to do safely. Very nice. Finishing up strong, drawing the knee all the way to the elbow and across. Very good. Stay with it. Last few seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Let's roll out the shoulders. We're going to start with another set on the mat here. We have a bear squat to push up. So we're back in a plank position. We're going to press back into a bear squat, bending the knees a lot, hips towards the heels, come forward, come through your push up. Great modification is to press back, bring it forward, drop your knees down, come through your push up here, and then come back up for the next round of bear squats. All right, let's get set. Plank position for starters, that's it. Shifting the hips back. And push up, nice work. Great job. Mecca does a good job getting the chest nice and low, so it's not about the chin or the nose touching down onto the ground. It's all about getting the chest nice and low, keeping the chin tucked. Belly button nice and strong. Remember, you can bring your knees down as variation in your push-up position. And press up, good work. Exhale as you push up. Let's go for a few more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Come onto your back for a hip raise and chest press. We're going to incorporate the weights. If you have your weights close by, we're going to bring the weights up over the shoulders, press your hips up here, and we're going to bring the left elbow down. 1 hip raise and the right arm down. Setting yourself up, adding that hip raise. Every time the weights come up, we're going to add a hip raise. Beautiful. All the way back up. Squeeze the glutes. Yes, driving through the heels. Very good. Keeping that micro bend through the elbow. Driving through the heels. Mecca has a great setup. Heels are underneath her knees. We're going to press the hips up, squeeze the glutes, and then come into that single arm chest press on the side. Your chest flies since the arms are quite extended. Nice reset here. So you might find this an active recovery. You can catch your breath, give your arms and shoulders a rest. Good. We got about 5 more seconds in this movement. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to bring it all the way back up into standing. Hold on to your dumbbells. We're going to come into a half squat here. Weights are going to be all the way up on the shoulders for a bicep curl. We're going to come into a low reverse lunge. So as you step it back and sink into your lunge, we're going to reach the arms back to hit those triceps. Back into center, knees stay bent, and reach it back. Second side. Yes, so we're hinging from the hip. Light bend in the knees there. This is too much. If you feel your legs burning, you can always come up a little higher, finding that moment of release. And if the weights are too much, do it without any weights. And even without weights, you'll feel your triceps engaging as you squeeze your arms up, reach them up against the resistance there. Very good. Finding your balance here in every step. Chest is lifted. Good. Finding your own pace here. All right, you can pick up the pace, you can slow it down, whatever works for you and what challenges you today. We have about 5 more seconds. Let's get at least 1 more in each side. 3, 2, 1. Weights down. All right, we're going to shake it up with some jumping jacks. Option 1 is right here, stepping it out. So if you're taking care of your knees and your joints, if anything hurts, you don't want to jump, stick with those step ups or step outs. Option 2, jumping jacks. Core is engaged. Yes, arms come up and down. Very good. 30 seconds here. Great time to get your heart rate up. And again, pick your pace. Challenge yourself a little bit. Reach those arms up. Land softly over your feet. Nice job, Mecca. Great pace. We're going to get those heart rates up. Last 10 seconds. Awesome job. 2 more rounds on that same set with the same movements in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are back in a plank position for a push-up to bear squat. Hands underneath your shoulders, spread the fingertips wide. That's it. We're going to push the hips back towards the heels. So make sure you really keep the knees low over the ground. So it's not a down dog position. We're really just folding the hips back towards the heels, shifting the hip in the same height. Good. And if you feel your form becoming a little wonky, drop those knees down. Safety first. All right. We'll get stronger by practicing our reps. Exhale as you press up. And let's go for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. And we're back in our hip raise and alternating chest fly. So set yourself up with the weights over your shoulders. Yes. Exhale as you bring it in, hip raise, and the second side. Great time to catch your breath, all right? This set, we have some jumping jacks in there and all kinds of movements, so this can be an active recovery to control your breathing, to work nice and slow and controlled. Pressing the hips up, very good. Also a great movement to open up the hip flexors here, engage the glutes a little bit more, one of the muscle groups that's chronically underactive for most of us since we sit on them so much. So great time to activate through the glutes, squeezing the booty at the top. Yes, and then also working our chest and arms. Let's go for 1 more round each side. Nice job, Mecca. And switch. We're back in our low squat to reverse lunge, hitting the triceps. Yes. And arms back, nice job. Lots to coordinate. Keeping the chest lifted. Mecca's doing also a great job dropping that back knee down all the way. So it's not just a step back. We're really stepping back, bringing the back knee low, and the front knee stays over the front ankle. Great. Working the triceps, working the biceps, and a lot of lower body work. 10 more seconds here. Couple more breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hit those jumping jacks. Option here, getting back into your step outs, arms all the way up overhead. Great work. Yes, soft landings. Get your heart rate up, whatever that means for you. Challenge yourself. We have 1 more round in the same set. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch right back into our push-up. And then press it all the way back. Very good. So the third round, maybe here you will have to drop the knees down for the push-up. So check in with your shoulder, with your core. Awesome. Yes. Mecca is transitioning here. Again, strong form comes over the quantity of reps we get in. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Let's flip around. Last round in our hip raise and chest fly. Feet underneath your knees, driving through your heels. Let's go. 1 chest fly and hip raise. Controlling the heart rate. 2 more movements after this, and then we'll switch it up. Power all the way through. Nice. Super controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those weights up back into standing. Low squat. And we got our reverse lunges here. Chest lifted. Working through the triceps and the biceps. Great full body movement. If you feel your triceps or your shoulders and neck, you can go easy on the tricep pushbacks here. All right? Especially in those third round. Check in with your neck and shoulders. Good. 5 more seconds, 1 more each side. Core stays tight. Good. Last one. And switch. Jumping jacks. Weights down. Let's do it. Great job, Mecca. Right into it. Last time here before we'll switch it up. So finish strong in this set. Yes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Grab some water here. All right, little more core work in our YuFit. We're gonna come down onto the mat. You can work with dumbbells or you can do this with body weight. We're gonna reach the arms out. The knees can be lightly bent and we're gonna bring it up to the outside of your leg, back down and then switch sides. Exhale and come up, all right? So again, if you want to use a dumbbell, it'll make it a little harder. You're going to reach it all the way to the side of your leg and then extend it back out. Elbows can be slightly bent. You can extend your legs all the way. You can keep them lightly bent for a little more support. Yeah, perfect. All the way out to the side, tucking the knee in. Good. Exhale as you come up. Nice work. So Mecca's doing a full extension. Strong through the core here. So again, even if you want to keep the elbows bent a little bit more or bring your knees in, perfect modification to have a little more support in this move. Good. Let's go for a few more. Working with your breath. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can bring the dumbbell down. We're going to come into an elbow plank. So for this next movement, staggering your arms is going to be the easiest way to transition. We have a side plank to side plank. Keeping your feet down on the ground and then switching side to side from one elbow plank into the other. That's it. Reaching the elbow back and down and the hands just slide right back into the middle. Good work. Keeping your hips controlled. This movement also doable from your knees. So if you feel your core becoming a little more tight, drop your knees down. And we're going to open up into the side plank here. Back through the center. And the second side. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Let's flip around. Those two movements back to back. Good work. Nice transition and right back into it. Twisting. So we're working our core, including our six-pack muscle down the middle as well as the obliques on the side. Yes. 10 seconds here. Power through. Good job. If you can't come up all the way into a full sit-up, a crunch and a reach to the side will work the upper core here as well. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch back into our side plank. Arms down onto the mat. We're going to open up to the side, reaching the elbow back and up. Very good. Staying strong here. Keep moving through. Couple more breaths. We have one last round coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, let's flip around. With or without weights. Again, that third round can be the round where you go a little lighter. If you feel powerful and strong, let's grab that weight. Add it into your practice. Exhale as you come up. Great job, Mecca. Very good. Chest stays lifted. Keep moving through. And switch. Last round in our side plank. Arms down. And same here. If you need to modify, bring your knees down, open up out of the knee position. Nice big reach through the chest. And again, a great opener here. A little stretch at the top of the movement. Belly button stays tucked. Mecca does a great job keeping the hips in line with her shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, we're gonna just keep moving. All right, if you need a little drink of water or a quick breather, make sure you get that in and then rejoin us when you're ready. We have a single leg deadlift next Option 1 is finding the right leg as you're standing leg, left toes tap back, just light contact point here. You can grab your weights and we're going to hinge from the hip. Bend both of your knees till your back is nice and straight as a tabletop, and then bring it back up, squeeze your glutes. For today's class, we're going to alternate legs. So you're going to do one single leg deadlift on the right, one on the left. All right. Another option, of course, is always keeping that back leg extended and up. Keep the back toes pointing down, core is strong. Stand up, squeeze your glutes. All right, both movements work the same muscles. With a second option, we get a little more core activation since we have to balance. Nice job, Mecca. So Mecca is demoing here, hovering her leg back, keeping the chest lifted, shoulders back. Great, coming up on an exhale. So finding your balance here. Strengthening the hamstrings and the glutes. And really focus on keeping your shoulder blades tucked back and the chest lifted. Let's go for 2 more each side. Great job. And you'll also notice that Mecca has a light bend through the standing leg. Very important. We don't want to hyperextend the legs here. Let's go for the last one. And switch. Nice job. We have a standing fly, so we can hold on to those weights. We're going to hinge from the hip, tuck the elbows in. We're going to open up here and then squat down, reaching the arms up towards the forehead. Open up to hit that upper back and then dropping down into a squat. Nice. So from the side, again, belly button stays tucked. Squeeze your shoulder blades in as you draw the arms back. Press the weights together, elbows stay bent as you add your squat. Very nice. Yes, that's it. So again, chest stays lifted, weight is in your heels because we're back in our squat. Good. Great activation through the upper back for everyone that sits a lot on a desk, works on a computer, where we're usually a bit more hunched. So let's open it up, squeeze it in. Good. Last 5 seconds here. If you want to work with a modification, you can always do one side at a time and then reach the arms up. Yes, or both. Always an option. 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more move for the upper back and the back side generally of the body. We have our swimmers, arms out to the front. Reach your left arm and right leg up. Squeeze and switch. Squeeze and switch. Good. To release the neck, we want to look down towards the ground so the neck stays as one extension of the spine. Squeezing at the top. And you can see Mecca's moving out of the hip joint and the shoulder joint so the knee stays extended, the elbow stays extended as well. If you feel any pressure in your lower back, don't go as high. Squeeze your glutes. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, and switch. Single leg deadlifts back from the top, second round. All right, so option 1 is keeping that back foot down. Stand up, squeeze your glute. Yes, nice. Bending through the standing leg. Option 2 is hovering the back leg up, reaching it all the way back and keeping the toes pointing down towards the ground to make sure the hip stays parallel to the floor. So you want to avoid that hip opening up to the side, rolling open. Yes. 10 seconds here. Keep alternating. Strong through the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Let's go back into our standing fly. Squeezing the shoulder blades in together. Drop low into that squat. Press it up. Good work. Yes, activating through the core. Very good. If you want to do this without weights, it'll still be challenging. You actively want to squeeze the shoulder blades in together, maybe even hold it for a moment, and then bring it back. Squeeze it in. Bring it back. Good. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Nice. Last time here. Back into your swim is activating through the backside. Yes. Great job. Remember to keep your neck extended, looking down into the mat. Reach up. 15 seconds. Almost there. Very nice. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Great time to grab some water. Shake it out. We're going to go into a little cardio set from here. We're still going to be using the weights. If you don't have any weights close by, don't worry about it. You'll get a good sweat on by just working with body weight. So what we're going to do is reverse lunges, going for pace with or without weights. We're going to swing the arms out to the front as we step back. So you can use a little bit of momentum here to bring the arms with or without weights up to about shoulder height, dropping into that back leg. All right. Make sure you're not leaning back as you draw the weights up so the core is tight. All right, let's go. That's it, 30 seconds. So we're almost in the end of the class. We're going to get the heart rate up one more time and then start winding down and stretching it out, working smaller muscles. All right, so this is your time to leave it all on the mat. Nice work, Mecca. Good job. Stepping it back, nice big step, and to keep those feet about hip width distance apart, we have a stable stance. You don't have to worry about flopping over to the side, losing your balance. 3, 2, 1. Great work. We're gonna add some burpees with or without weights. If you're feeling strong, you have a lot of energy left, let's keep using the weights. Option number 1 is bringing it down onto the mat and stepping it back. Drop it back in, hips low, chest up, all the way up. You can jump, you can use your dumbbells, you got it. If you want to use your dumbbells, very important here, as you come up, back nice and long, lift your chest, drop your hips down, stand up like you're doing a squat. All right, let's see it. 30 seconds on the clock with or without weights. Nice job, that's it. Great get up. And right back down. Make sure your core is tight as you jump back. If you feel it, any tension in your lower back, step your feet back, draw the belly button in. Good. Let's go. Nice and strong. Great work, Mecca. Just a few more. Pick your pace. Challenge yourself. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the weights down and hop into some mountain climbers. Hands underneath your shoulders. Stable in your plank position, and we're gonna run the knees up towards underneath the chest. Great job. Super stable in that upper body so the shoulders stay where they are. Spread your fingertips wide. Keep them right over. Yes, so shoulders right over hands. Pick your pace, all right? You can draw the knees up controlled, or you can pick it up a notch if you have a lot of energy left. Great work. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Back into a reverse lunges. Arms come out to the front. Tuck the belly button, and we always try to stabilize the weights at the top for a moment, just like that. Good job, Mecca. Yeah, using a little bit of momentum, swing the arms or weights up. And again, we're stepping that back knee down towards the ground. All right, let's go. This is our last round in our cardio set. 3, 2, 1, and we're back in our burpees. Let's go, with or without weights. Jump, step, challenge yourself here while staying nice and strong through the core. Press that power up, beautiful. We got about 20 more seconds. So keep up your pace. Let's do it. Push through. We're almost done for the day. Working with that exhale. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last move, our mountain climbers. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck that belly button in and let's start moving the legs all the way up underneath your chest. Great job. Nice, Mecca. That's it. You got it. Nice. Let's go. Last few seconds here. Push through. Try to finish strong. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Grab some water as needed. Little wind down. We're going to use our band. You got it. While you stitch up the mat, we're going to grab that band in front of your body, light bend through the knees, and we're going to reach the arms up and back, working on the mobility here. All right, if you don't have a band, you can use a towel, you can even use a belt or a strap. So we want to make sure that you grab wide enough so in that first round, you're not straining your shoulders. So give yourself some slack to feel it out. Keep your arms almost all the way extended. And the same thing we talked about earlier is keeping the belly button tucked so we're not reaching into an arch. You're going to keep it all nice and tucked here and really just open up through the chest muscle right up here. So this is where you want to feel the stretch as well. Good job. Get your heart rate down. Take a couple of deep breaths. Nice job. And the last 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it down onto the mat. Last little challenge. We're going to bring the band across the mat. Place your hands onto the band. And from here, we're going to pull it out to the side and pull it out to the side. You can come onto your knees to support your core. Very good. Yeah, finding that setup. Make sure you really push your hands down onto the mat so the band doesn't come flying out to the side. And again, if you don't have a band, you can continue using what you were using for your stretch. It won't stretch, but you can still work on that pull. Feel your core switching on. Good job. 3, 2, 1. We're going to flip it around, lay on your back. We're going to come back into hip raises and bring the band across your hip creases here. Hold it down towards the ground and then lift your hips up against the resistance of the band. Great job. So the hands stay on the mat, push it down. Mecca's doing a good job here. So we're opening up through the hip flexors, still engaging through the glutes. So the cool thing here is that the band still allows us to come up into the stretch to the highest point of the hip raise, but also giving us a little bit of resistance so the glutes turn on. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Let's come back up. Last round here. Stable stance, light bend through the knees, reaching the arms up and back and all the way forward. Great job. Tucking the belly button in, nice and strong. Check in with your breathing. You want to make sure you get your heart rate down here in our cool down. Well done. And switch. Let's come down into the plank position. Last activation through the core. Knees can be down. Hold on to the band. Good. And even if you don't have any other props, just practice reaching your arm out, feeling into the resistance here like you are pulling up against something. Very good. Let's go for 10 more seconds here. Yes, great job in the plank, Mecca. 3, 2, 1, and flip it around. Lay on your back, band across your hip creases, heel to underneath your knees. Last move here. Great work, everyone. Powering through our YuFit class. All the way up. Good. Last few. Squeezing the glutes. Very good. 3, 2, 1. Great job. If you have a little more time, don't forget to stretch, foam roll, cool down, and drink lots of water. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks, Mecca, for pushing through this class. And we'll see you soon.